Hello, and welcome to our Saturday morning board game show. I'm Jonah.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Hannah.
And, go ahead. You can say things if you want. I was going to say more. We've got a lot of people not with us this morning because they're actually having fun and playing games at PAX U, which I believe is in Philadelphia.
Correct.
Yeah, okay, just double checking that. But we are, of course, here in South Carolina celebrating the month of December and Christmas and games. And so we've got our Saturday morning board game show. We've got lots of things to talk about, but we do have a few sponsors. Hannah will let you know about them.
Yeah, so today's Saturday morning board game show is sponsored by Game Toppers. They are the ones who provide these tables and the play mats. And then also the OP is also one of our sponsors. Do we have any OP games today, Kevin?
Nope, but you can look at our channel.
Yes, they have plenty of OP games on our channel. Please check them out, and we thank them for sponsoring today's game.
Okay, you guys ready to jump into it?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go first. Perfect. Because I'm about to start the Exit the Game Advent Calendar for this month of December. So if you don't know how Advent calendars work, probably you do. You just open one door. Officially, they're doors. Yeah, open one door every single day. So it's got 24 days. So I waited until December 2nd to start, so that way I could open one on Christmas. I don't officially know if that's how you're supposed to do it. Are you supposed to start on the first?
Do you know what Advent is?
No. I mean, like, not off the top of my head do I distinctly remember.
So Advent is this period before Christmas. It's the 4 weeks before Christmas Day.
So perfect. I'm just a day late.
So you're doing it. So it's going up through Christmas Eve.
Fun fact, did you know, when are the 12 days of Christmas, Ryan?
After.
12.
After.
Yeah, they're after. Did you know this?
Yeah.
The 12 days of Christmas start after Christmas.
The Christmas season starts on
that,
Christmas Day and then goes 12 days.
Who knew?
I did not know that.
I figured that out like last year. I was like, starts after, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm just about to start the Advent calendar, so I legitimately have not opened any of the doors yet, but I'll open it for you guys so you guys can kind of see all the doors. They've got, this is door 1, but all the other ones have like these symbols on them, which I'm assuming means we'll have to solve some riddles or some puzzles to be able to know which door to open next. I don't know anything about it because this is actually my first time playing through the Advent calendar. I think officially Exit the Game has 3.
I'm definitely jealous that you called this one this year again.
And you have played one before.
Yes, I played last year's.
Not during Christmas, the Advent.
I did not play it during Advent.
Oh, boo.
So what's the point of that?
Because I was too excited.
Did you play during the 12 days of Christmas?
No, I was too excited.
Oh.
I can't, I was like, if I have presents,
You did Thanksgiving
I'm like,
Advent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was never mind. I'm ready. Let's go.
Anyway, so in the game it comes with a help book, instructions, a storybook, and a code breaker thing. And again, I haven't even started and opened the first door, so I don't know much to tell you, but what I will tell you is I'll bring the Advent calendar back in January for our Saturday morning board game show, and I'll talk all about how cool it was. So this is Exit the Game Advent Calendar, The Silent Storm. You can get this from the Cosmos sites or booths or wherever you're looking at them. And again, I think officially they've got 3 of them. So I'm excited to start that for December. But for the time being, I think we're actually headed all the way over to the table, and we're going to take a look at Princes of Florence with Kevin.
And Jonah. Jonah's going to come join me. We are talking about Princes of Florence. This is a 1 to 5 player game. The box says takes about 70 to 90 minutes. I would say an hour and a half, right?
I'm back.
Yeah.
I played this a while back.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the time. But I'm going to agree that if it was a long game, I would remember that.
Yep.
So not long.
It's not that bad.
Yep.
So in the game, it's really divided. Each round is divided into 2 phases. There are 7 rounds, so there's a fixed timing to the game. And in the first phase is sort of like a bidding phase, and you're bidding on these, or auctioning these tiles and cars and things like that. And basically what happens is whoever's the first player here, what color are you?
I'm gonna be black today.
There you go.
Thank
and
you.
I'll be yellow. And so the first player would put their token on a tile or whatever thing they want, and they would be like, I want to bid for that.
Yep.
And the first person has to start at 200 florin. That's like the minimum bid that you can start. And then the next thing is you have to start 100 florin more. So if Jonah wants it, he'd have to bid 300. And then if I want it, I have to bid 100 floors. So it's not like in some bidding games where you're like, I want to like really win it, so I'm just gonna bid 300 more or 500 more. Like you just have to bid in 100 acres, which I find interesting. A little pedantic to me, is like a little bit of a slow build to that, but I don't know. It was okay.
A couple of the bidding games that we've played recently, like I'm thinking of Raw, the way that they have the bidding set up really helps the game. I think it helps this one too, because it doesn't take so long, and it's like either I'm saying 300 or I'm not bidding on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit less on the thinking. I think I like a little bit more thinking. I was like, if I really want this, I'm going to bid high or whatever. That's personal. So then you're going to take, if you win the bid, you're going to take that and you're going to put it in your little city area. You're going to, just like a tile building game, there are other things you can bid on, like prestige cards, and they're like victory points. And then there are recruiting cards, which are going to help you later. I think these are all the same, if I remember. Yeah, these are all the same. They're just going to help you with later game stuff.
Yep.
There are also these little tokens. They're joker tiles, and these tiles go on your board right here. And they help you get benefits throughout the game, like building for cheaper and placing things next to each other and things like that. So, to me, these were a hot commodity in the game.
I think the last time that we played with 4 players. The game does play up to 5 players.
Yeah.
And one of the most interesting parts of the game, because it's the bidding mechanic, is that if you're last to kind of go, or if you, because again, if Kevin wants the tiles and he bids there, but I outbid him, I get them, but Kevin still gets another turn, technically, to actually obtain something.
Yeah.
So if you're last, however you got there to be last, you kind of get whatever you wanted, kind of the options to choose from, and it's just going to be the flat 200. And so the cool thing about it is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bidding options on the left side of the board, so it only plays up to 5 players. So one of those 2 are going to be left for you, depending if your player count or whatever, that you're basically going to get 3 things going to be left for you that you're going to be able to get for 200. So sometimes it was like, oh, I'm going to let everyone else bid because I don't have that much money, and I'll wait and get one of the things that are left.
Yep. So after the bidding phase, and everyone's going to have to get something, like Jonah was saying, then you move to the action phase. On your turn, you're just going to do turn order sort of thing, and you're going to do 2 actions. There are a lot of things you can do, but the main thing is basically purchasing more tiles that you're placing on your board. There's these tiles. They have what they call freedom tiles. There are these professions, and then their bonus cards. The reason why you're getting all of this stuff and putting that on your board are the professions. You're trying to sort of complete the goals that they want. So this person wants 4 of this and 3 of this, and it wants certain cars and things like that. So what that's doing is giving you sort of points / income for the round. And you're going up the track, and each round you need to have completed a certain number of points in order to progress. And I find that was to me that was one of the interesting parts in the game was you're trying to like complete this, but it's like, oh, it's not just completing, it's I need to get a certain number of points in order to get that done.
Yeah.
So that is Princess of Florence. I would say this is a reprint.
I was going to actually ask that. There's
an
old Princess of Florence.
Old Princess is a reprint. Yep. It's basically nothing like really major has changed other than the aesthetics of the game from WizKids has done it. I would say it feels a little older of a game to me. There's not like this new cool design, but that's okay. If people really like this game, you got a new addition to it. So Princess of Florence from WizKids. Back to the couch.
Welcome back to the couch. Today we're looking at Tokaido Duo. It's a 2-player game from FunForge, and it is kind of like the sequel to Tokaido if you have played Tokaido at all. It looks very similar. We are actually, I was trying to remember, we are on the island of Shikoku, which is one of Japan's major 4 main islands, and they're known for their 88 temple pilgrimage, which can take up to 6 weeks for people. So there's your fun fact about this. So on your turn, you have 3 different characters. We're going to roll 3 dice. Whoever is the first player will take one of those dice. The other person picks another one. First player gets what's remaining. That's all you do on your turn. But let's talk about what the different characters do and what they look like. We have our pilgrim, our merchant, and our artist. And both players have the exact same characters in front of them, and they all move a little differently. So the pilgrim will move along the outside of the island, and how they move is when you roll the dice, whatever the number is on the dice, that's how many spaces they're going to move. Wherever they land, you get to do that action. So it'll be things like if you land on one of the cities, you're going to get however much money is shown there. If you land on one of these blue tiles, you get a special bonus power. If you land on the red temples, you're going to be moving your score marker 1. If you land on the green gardens, you're going to be moving your green garden marker down. At the end of the game, how the scoring is going to work for this card, it's going to be however many temple points you have times however many garden points you have.
Okay.
Cool. So for your merchant, she's going to be moving, or he or she is going to be moving along the golden yellow lines in the middle of the island. In the center villages, you're going to be pulling whatever number is shown, that many goods from the canvas bag and placing them on your map. You can only have 5 unless you have the special blue ability that allows you to have 1 more.
Okay.
You can only ever have 5, but you are allowed to exchange them out. And then you want to move to the cities and sell them for the amount of money shown per good. And then once you have collected 10 coins, you have to immediately turn it in for one of the gold coins. And then you're trying to collect as many as you can.
And that's the 5, 11, 18, that's how many points you get.
However many gold coins you have is whatever the furthest one, that's how many points you get.
Cool.
For the artist, they're going to be moving on the different quadrants in the middle. And how you do it, so you can do 2 things with the artist. Based on how many other people are in that section, you can turn over that many paintings. Or if the icon matches where you are, you can sell that painting. But you do have to do it left to right, top to bottom. You have to sell them in order 1 per turn.
Okay.
And how the game works is if any one player fills up any one of these sections, whether it's 6 of the garden, 9 of the temple, all of their gold, or have sold all of their paintings, the game ends.
So the other person doesn't get another turn, it's just done.
Well, they would finish out those 3 dice, but that is how the game would end.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and try it. I'm going to roll. So we have 3 for the, 2 for the artist, 3 for the pilgrim, or 3 spaces for the merchant. You are purple. I am green.
Okay.
Actually, you are purple. You are supposed to go first because it's whoever is closest to the compass is supposed to go first. So you can go ahead and pick which action you would like to do.
Okay, I will choose 3 for the pilgrim.
The pilgrim, and that's the guy with the little hat.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
So you're at that orange one. You're going to be taking 4 coins.
I accept.
Okay. I'm going to
I took 5.
move my artist 2. So he's the guy with little paint. And I'm going to do 1, 2. In this section is only 1 person, so I'm only going to be able to flip over 1. It is the bamboo, and I have to get to the bamboo section to be able to sell that painting. And then you get the last one.
Yep, and that's this dude, right?
Yep, and then remember, when you move that, you can't ever go back to where you just were.
Okay.
So you can go to the middle, and then down, or to any of those other sections.
So I could go this way if I wanted, but I could go 1.
No, you have to use your entire movement, so you'd have to go down.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, 1,
2,
2, 3, and then you're gonna pick 3 goods from the bag.
All right. Yeah.
And then you put them on your board.
Okay. I got a little doll. I got a kimono, and I got a sake glass.
Yep. And that is a turn, and then it's my turn to go. We do 3 again. I've got 1 artist, 2 of the merchant, and 2 of the pilgrim. I'm going to go ahead and take the pilgrim, go 2, and I'm going to get one of these special abilities, and I'll talk about these now since we're doing this. You'll add to your merchant, so you can either go +1 or minus, it's the merchant, right? Yeah, you can either do +1 or -1 space as you're moving around. On your pilgrim, they could go -1 spot if you wanted to not do your entire movement. Or the paintings, you'd be able to turn over an additional painting.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what all those mean.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move my artist 1. Because I haven't moved him at all. So
Yep.
I'm going to go there. I can flip over one of them, right?
Right, so you have 1. If you had moved into this section, there would be 3 people.
But I would have needed 2 to do that,
exactly.
right? Yeah. So
You can flip over one, and you also have a bamboo. Those are placed out randomly in the beginning of the game, as are the amounts around the board.
okay,
And
then you get
and then
that one.
I
Sorry.
get to move my merchant 2. So she is, I'm going to do 1, 2, and we both are, there are
So-
allowed to be 2 people on that space. There's a divided line. And what you do is you just keep going around and around till someone has completed one of their boards. And it's one of those games where, like, don't neglect any of them.
Yeah.
But also try to keep the other person. I would say this is a very fun little 2-player game. It wasn't too complicated. You could get it to the table pretty easily. But I also was like, there's a lot of table space for a 2-player game.
Yeah.
But that is Tokaido Duo from Funforge, and now we are going to the table with Kevin.
Welcome back to the table with Kevin and Jonah. We're talking about a game from Ludonat called Archaeologic. Now, you saw all this at Essen, right?
I saw that at Essen. Yes, I did.
Yep. So I think you guys brought it back, and this is a streamlined sort of deduction game, not a social deduction game.
And I was told that this rivals Turing Machine.
Yeah, this is a simpler version of Turing Machine.
Okay.
Very streamlined. What you're trying to do is, now we just were setting up the game. Each person has, I don't know if you can see our board here. What can you see on
mine.
the, there we go.
I'm in there.
All right. So basically, each person has a grid, and they have these Tetris-like pieces. Perfect. And behind their screen, what they're trying to do is arrange those Tetris-like pieces in the order that that game wants it. Now, in our game, we have randomly chosen one of these decoders.
Yep,
Now,
there's a bunch of them.
there is a bunch of them in this box here. And well, this will basically tell us the exact arrangement of these 6 different Tetris pieces.
That's right.
We're trying to figure out what that arrangement is by asking the decoder ring the questions about the different pieces. Now, we did just get a hint. We found out that on 3, this was just another little thing that we did. We found out that the little on 3, there was this piece, wherever that piece went,
This piece,
does not exist on row or
row 3,
on
doesn't
ro-
exist.
Doesn't exist.
Okay.
Now, normally this is hidden information.
We'd write it down also.
Yeah,
Probably.
you write it down and you're doing. Now, the nice thing about the game is you'll notice that we have these little orange and pink pieces. These are ways to sort of help you seed your board with where things may go. And we did a medium game. You can start with 3 clues, 4 clues, or 5 clues. We decided to do 4 clues. Now, what that means is, on the Tetris pieces, they have those colors. So you're trying to, at the beginning, be like, okay, maybe the square goes like that, maybe that piece goes like that, maybe this piece goes like that, and then I have another piece like that, and oh, okay, and then this piece goes like that. Now, that could be an arrangement. I don't know. Jonah doesn't really know. We just have very limited data right now. But it's got to be arranged in such a way where I'm missing a piece.
Right here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it can't go that way because this piece does not fit on my board. But anyway, as you would rearrange things, and you're gonna continue to ask the board. So Jonah,
Okay,
do you
ready.
You're ready. So you're purple.
I'm purple.
Okay, so we'll make you go in the back. So
Okay.
whoever's furthest back is the next player.
I
So what do you want to do? So
I-
initially on your turn, this immediately goes.
immediately go. So right now I'm asking about B.
You're asking about B.
Regardless of what happens, I'm asking about B.
Or you could spend time to move it around the board.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
that's just spending more time, and that's
Yeah.
giving me more opportunity to find the data before you do.
Yep. You know what? I will spend time though. I'm going to spend 1 time to go forward 1 spot.
Okay.
Because I actually want to ask about 1.
Okay.
And what I want to do then,
So you're spending a time,
yeah,
plus how much more time are you spending?
I'm spending 2 more time
Woo!
because I want to ask about this piece. So we all have these little cheat sheets that I'm taking this off of.
Yep.
I want to ask about this piece.
Yep.
And no, I don't. I want to ask about. Sorry, I want to ask about.
What
Yes, I
piece?
do. I want to ask about this piece, and I
Okay.
want to ask about it in line 1.
Okay.
Because that's where the thing is, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So then I get to take this cool decoder looking futuristic thing over here in the corner.
Yep. And
Team
this.
is definitely Team Jonah.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. And I'm asking about this piece, so I get to turn this decoder ring until the piece that I wanted. So the piece that I want to know about is all the way at the top. Then what I do is, because I'm asking about number 1, I take this part of the decoder ring, I put the number 1 right here at the bottom. And what it does is the rings that are open, you can kind of see, some of them are blacked out and some of them are open, I can see through. Mm-hmm. The rings that are open will tell me a symbol or a number or possibly just a dot. And if it's just a dot, then I think that those are misses. It's got no information for you. So then what you do is you'd write down on your piece of paper the information that you got, trying to determine whether or not you believe that that piece goes there or if it doesn't go there or whatever. So with that being said, then you just take this thing out so Kevin can't see all my hard work, and then I think it's Kevin's turn.
Woo! Kevin's having problems. I'm trying to arrange it in a way that would make sense, and I still haven't figured it out. So,
Okay.
Wow. But we continue to go like that, and eventually you're going to try to say, I figured out the solve, and you send it to the app and you ask it, or in the rule book it has the actual all the data, and you can say that's what it is, and you either win or you lose. If you lose, then you're out of the game because you know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Archaeologic from Lunanut. Pretty streamlined. It's got a cool little decoder ring. Yeah, I would say it plays pretty fast. It plays 1 to 4 players. There we go. Back to the couch.
Welcome back to the couch. Do you love the doggos? Do you love the doggos?
I love the dog.
I love
the dogs.
Okay, if you love the doggos, then Forever Home might be the game for you. The purpose of this game is you are a dog trainer and you are trying to train dogs proficiently, sufficiently, so that they can go to their forever home. Yeah, all the doggos. So this is a pretty cool one. So there's 4 different locations that they can go to. There's the city, there's the countryside, there's the suburbs, and there's the foster home. And we'll get into the specifics of those later. But if you look at this board right here, each player gets their own training board. And this quadrant right here is going to be where you are placing and training your dogs. Each turn consists of 3 actions, rather 2 things, but you can do 3 different things. 1, you take a dog. 2, you take a card. 3, you move a dog. When we look at the rest of this right here, these are our training cards. So these are the configurations that we want to be placing our dogs so that we can send them to their forever home.
Okay.
These are our different dogs, and there are different colors for each one, and that's going to come into play as far as how you can actually position them over the course of the game. And these are forever homes, and they score differently depending on what you're able to accomplish. So for example, if you can get 3 dogs of the same color and 2 dogs of another color, then you get 9 points at the end of the game if you're able to send them to the countryside.
Simple. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the basic gist of what you're trying to accomplish and everything. And then this right here is, depending on the color of dog that you have, this is factors into end game scoring. So for the most pink in training, whichever player has the most pink on their board at the end of the game will get 3 points, and then the person who has the most in there at the end of the game gets 1 point if it's red.
Okay.
And then so on and so forth for the other scoring things.
Got it.
Different things. So the way that this will start out, each of us gets 2 training cards. We start with that, and each of us gets to choose 2 of these, but we start where one person chooses one, then the next person chooses one, the third person, well, the last person chooses one, and then the last person chooses their second.
Okay.
So Hannah, feel
I'll take
free.
a green.
All right, taking green. Oh, sorry.
I'll do purple.
All right, and then your second.
Yellow.
All right, and then if you look at your training,
I'll take a second green.
Second green. All right, and then I get a blue. So if you look at your different training cards, there's going to be different configurations for how you should place your dog. The colors So, for example here, this one I would need a configuration where this has to be one specific color, there has to be a space, a different colored dog, a space, and then the same color as what I have on top. So that's basically you're just trying to match whatever that should be. So I am going to place my doggos, and you place them on the board now, and I will go ahead and go first.
Does it matter where you start them at?
Well, you want to start them in a way that's going to help your configuration.
Yes.
Later as your playing turns, you can move them along your quadrants, but that's going to take one of your actions each turn. So you want to be strategic
Perfect.
so that you're not wasting time. You want to train the dogs sufficiently. Actually, I'm gonna place mine like that.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to take a doggo. And when you actually train a dog, you place it down immediately. Now, this in the upper left here is how many dogs go to a home. This right here is end game scoring. This is 1 point at the end of the game. So I'm going to place this down. I get to choose one of my dogs that's going to go to a forever home. So I'll choose blue and I'll send them to the countryside. Okay? And so that was one of my actions. And then my second action, I will go ahead and I'll just take a card.
Okay.
All right, so hands up.
This one is automatically done.
Yep, it is.
Okay, so that one. So now I choose one of these dogs to go to one of the places.
Correct.
All right, so I'll take him to the city.
All right.
Or yeah, take him to the city. And then, so are those the only dogs I can take? Are the ones that are available down there, or is it one
Yes.
from the bag?
So no, you take from there. So
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and do I have to? So those the cards I can take, and those the dogs I can take.
that is correct.
All right, then I'll take a purple one.
All right, so taking a purple,
Those are my. So that was my.
That was
first
one action.
and I can place it anywhere.
wherever you want.
All right, and then does the dogs refill, or are those the only ones I can see?
They will refill, yes.
Okay, and then I will take a card for
All right.
my second action.
All right, Anna.
Alright. I am going to take the yellow.
I like that there is like strategy, but also random.
Yeah.
Can I take a second dog, or do I have to take a card?
I think you can take a second dog, but I can confirm
it
that. I'd have to
two
look at the
action?
rules, but let's just
Is it
play
now,
that you can do
The
that.
way that the card is spaced is like diagonal lines have to be in the direction. That
Correct.
The diagonal
Yeah,
line
you
is
don't
going.
get to mess with it. It has to be in that particular
Then
configuration.
That is also.
So that's where
good
you're
to know.
saying that's where you placed
That's
it.
where I placed it because I wasn't sure the
So
diagonal.
then by
meant.
taking that second dog, I completed
Ooh.
this card, so I can move 2 dogs.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to move 2 purple to the city.
All right.
And don't you want different ones in the city?
Oh, probably.
Yes.
So maybe
I'll
the
go to the
countryside.
suburbs, countryside.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Yeah, the countryside is not a bad one. So I'll go ahead and I'm gonna take 2 doggos because I can. So I'll place them like that, and
So what triggers the end game?
so oh my gosh,
Sorry.
it's been a while. No, that's a great question.
What triggers the end game?
What triggers the end game? Let's see.
'Cause we just keep going-
well, when a player's completed 7 training cards.
Okay, so we just keep going around and around until
Yep.
one of us complete 7.
Yeah, we would just keep doing that until one person completes 7, and then once it's all said and done and all the dogs are in their homes, then we score, and whoever has the most is the best trainer that has the most reputation in the town.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, Forever Home.
Yeah.
So that is Forever Home, but that is by Birdwood Games. It's a clever, cute one. So
Definitely.
back to the table.
Hey, we are talking about 2 games at the table in really quick time. We're going to talk about true crime stories from Big Potato Games, and then we're going to talk about Isle of Trains. We're going to spend just 1 minute on this one. This is like your mystery solving type games like you would think the unlocks and the exits. This is less on the those sort of escape room games and more on the mystery type games. You are part of like I think you're part of a postal service or something. You're on the UPS, is the oldest federal law enforcement agency in America. they've uncovered things and recovered millions of money and taken down mafia rings. So you're part of the USPS, federal law enforcement, trying to figure out mysteries. This has 3 cases in the box. Level case 1, 2, and 3, and they go from easy, medium to hard or difficult. And yeah, you can replay it. Yeah. So this to me is on the lower level of a lot of the mystery type games. The experience is was fine for me, but not amazing. I've had some mystery games that was really, really cool. This one was okay for me personally. I played a lot of them. So
yeah, I have not played this one. Generally speaking, I like the exit style games.
Because you're the tactileness
and just solving the mysteries, not normally my cup of tea. But of course, I've played 1 or 2 of them, and so I trust Kevin's.
So a lot of observation and logical deduction, trying to figure out the puzzle on how to figure out the crime. So
it says it takes about an hour per case, and there's 3 cases.
Yeah, 3 hours.
So about 3 hours to play it all the way through, or 3 different sessions of an hour. Right?
But if you're looking for something like it, check out True Crime Stories from Big Potato. But let's move on to a game called Isle of Trains, all aboard from Dronda Games, I think it is. Yeah, Dronda. And this is sort of like an engine building game.
Because we're building train engines.
Yeah. Thanks, Jonah.
Back to you. But this game is, so first off, small box games, but
packs a lot.
It's a lot in the box, and it's actually, we were actually talking about this game specifically before our show started this Saturday morning. So of all the games that we're going to show off and play, this is the one that actually had our conversation going. So we'll kind of walk through it just a little bit, maybe play a turn or 2 so you understand. But basically on your turn, you can take 2 actions to start the game. The first thing you can do is take another train card.
Yeah, from the market or from the top.
Yep, or it looks like you can take 1 passenger. Random from the back. So I'll start by taking a train card. Okay. We already did start with 5 in our hand, so now I'm up to 6.
What's your second action?
And then on the second action, I can do a bunch of different things. I can build one of the train cards from my hand, so let me show you what that looks like. So if I choose to build this card, it's a caboose, number 9. I probably won't build the caboose. I'm going to build the...
You got the front and the back.
Yeah, I'm going to build the level 2 tanker. Okay, so to build this card, put it next in my train line here, I actually have to discard
5 cards.
5. This one, sorry. This is 5
points.
Cards. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Woo!
First action. I have to discard 5 cards in order to do that. So I will.
Okay.
I'll discard 5 cards. Those are my 2 actions. Draw 1, play 1. My turn is over.
So I'm going to do a little bit different just to show you sort of other things that you can do in the game. You have passengers. Jonah mentioned that you can take a passenger. You can place it in your own train car, in your own train, because you're building your own train engine going on. So you might have other cars to put on. But the real benefit is to place it on other people's. And the reason why is because at the top of all the cards, it gives you benefits. Well, Jonah has a card that says, if you place a person, I get 2 cards. Pfft, that's great, because you need cards because it's part of your economy.
Yep.
This one says, I could spend oil. I may have an oil. I do have an oil, so I could give him an oil, and I get 3 cards, and I can do a delivery.
Yep.
That's amazing. So,
it's a good train.
The problem is, I don't have anything to deliver yet. All I have is a front engine car.
Yep.
So I need Jonah to give me stuff in order to make that delivery. So right now, I think I will just take one of my passengers and I will place it on this, and I will just take 2 cars on top. I don't really want another engine. I don't really want a caboose car currently right now. And this building card is, you can only have 1 building for the whole game, and I don't want that one.
Sure.
So I may have other ones in my hand.
So it's really unique because what just happened is Kevin just gave me a passenger, which I would then be able to, again, depending on if I had met all the requirements, I'd be able to deliver at some point during the game. So it's really unique. My turn.
No, I just did 1 action.
Oh, you just did 1 action. You're
and
right.
Then my second one is going to draw another passenger from the bag, because you can do, ooh, green. Now, why they're different colors? We'll mention that. There are 6 different colored cities out on the board. The passengers are what go out on the different, they want to make it to the different cities. But I can't just take a random passenger that's in front of me. I have to be able to take it, and you can do it. So white can go to the Alpine Lounge, and green can go there. Does that make sense? So the different color meeples go to the different cities. You have to start from the far left to the far right. So like if you're going to take white, you would get 3 cards, and you would get a random person from the back.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. I did my turn.
Cool. So it's really unique of a game because it's really interactive. You're actually trying to make your. I'm gonna take 2 cards.
You should play that person, get 3
I
cards.
should do it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a delivery actually.
Yep.
So I can choose a single destination and deliver all or any of the following. So I'm gonna choose Alpine Lodge because that's the white
Yep.
one, and I've got a white meeple. I'm gonna deliver him right there. I get 3 cards
And the random person from the bag.
and another
That's powerful.
from the bag. Thanks for the.
Let's assist.
I've got 3 blue
Wow, you just
people.
randomly.
I know.
You
Hey,
get-
Billingtons, I'm coming for you.
No, you're gonna give me the blue people.
This is true. Billingtons, Kevin's coming for you.
Yep.
But it's a really unique game
Yep.
because they you're interacting with everyone,
You
and you're
are.
actually trying to make your train and your train cars really lucrative,
Mm-hmm.
so that way you get the other players to play on yours,
Yep.
which then gives you all the people and the abilities and stuff like
The
that.
other cool thing about the game is, like, this is a level 2 engine. Well, you can't have 2 engines, so what you do is you actually upgrade. So you're basically going from a level 1 to a level 2 or a level 1 to a level 3. You don't have to go in order. You can just skip to the higher levels.
Yep.
And that's kind of fun because even though you're building out this way, you're also sort of building up in a way. You're upgrading your train, which gives you more benefits and things like that. End of the game, you're going to get points from these cards that you're delivering to. You're going to get points from the cards themselves. They have a little sheriff's badge. So, oh, thanks, Jonah.
Give you a blue and get 2
Ooh,
more
2 more cards. Nice. I think you have a hand limit of like 6 or something like that.
Can't be 6.
It's really low. It is super
You gotta
low.
discard 8 cards to be able to put some
Well,
of these trains down.
during your round,
at
you
the
can
end
get
of the turn,
more,
you
yeah.
gotta discard down.
Yep. Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
that is Isle of Trains,
Yeah.
all aboard from Dronda Games.
Yeah.
And like I said, we actually saw this one at Essen. Their booth was going crazy. People were playing this, really enjoying it and really loving it. We've had some fun playing it. Like I mentioned, we were actually chatting and talking about this one
Yeah.
as one of the best games that we had played in the last few weeks. We were just kind of talking about that. And so that is Isle of Trains, all aboard, if you want to take a look at it. But for right now, we are headed back to the couch.
Welcome back to the couch. We are talking about Sail from All Play.
Don't do it.
I know. I'm trying not to do this song. Okay. If you know, you know. This is actually one of those hot games that was at Gen Con. It is a 2-player trick-taking game. We are pirates trying to sail our boat through the ocean blue and trying not to get attacked by a kraken.
Yar.
So I'm gonna go through a turn order and a turn play. We're gonna go through the first round so you kind of see how it plays. So we have been dealt 9 cards to both of us. We have set up the scenario for the intro. There are 5 different scenarios. And we are both gonna look at our hands, pick a card, and exchange it as the first thing that we do. So I'm gonna give you this card, you're gonna give me this
You
card.
get that one.
Perfect.
Hopefully.
So how it works is I'm going to start because based on the turn order, the triangle is the diamond is closest to me. So for this round, I will be starting, and I'm going to pick a green 6. If you have green, you have to play green.
If I have green, I
You
must
have to play green. All right, so we have a green 6 and a green 7. You will be winning the trick.
Yeah.
So you will have 1 trick 1. We look now at the symbols. We have 2 shipping wheels. We're going to look at our different action combinations. One of them is 2 shipping wheels. And what that means is we will be moving our ship towards the winner on their side, diagonally. We are trying to avoid islands. If we land on a kraken tentacle, we're going to take kraken damage. And we'll explain about that because I'm sure we'll get to that one.
Okay.
So those just get discarded. And we do it again because you won, you start.
Okay, because I won, I start.
Correct.
I'm going to play.
All right.
An
And now
8.
remember, because we can't actually communicate what we're doing, but we are trying to still do things correctively. But I only have 1 blue card. That is not one of the action combinations, so nothing happens. But I win, so I move the trick. The round's gonna end if one of us wins 4 tricks. We only have 5 rounds, and over these first 2 rounds, we have to get past the cloud. We have to get past the storm. If we don't, we lose the game.
We moving.
And since I am still going, I'm going to play I think that's gray, a gray 4. It has a cannon.
Okay. I guess I will play a.
Okay. 5 cannons. So what we do with the 2 cannons, we're going to flip the next card over. It is a ship wheel, and we actually look at the ship wheel. We're going to move our ship towards the winner. That's me. We can't actually... No, that's actually you.
It was me. We're
Perfect. We're fine. You wanted that trick. So how the Kraken damage works is we're just going to be moving one of these cards, they're all the 1s and 2s in the deck, to our discard pile. So the next time they'll get shuffled in. If we ever the bottom card is the Kraken card. If that is ever the only card in the Kraken deck, then we lose the game.
Okay.
And there are ways to get our cards back into the Kraken deck. And right now, if we hit a Kraken tentacle, we'd only be taking 1 damage. But at the end of every round, we will be taking however many Kraken damage are located on this track.
Okay. So I'll place a purple 6.
Okay, I will be placing a gray 6 because I don't have any purple. So we have, once again, we're going to be moving towards the winner.
Okay.
Which is you, because you started.
Oh.
We'll just be moving it this way.
Okay.
So, and then you have won another trick. So I really should win things. But technically, we're not communicating during this one. But you get to go first again.
I get to go first again, so I'm going to...
I don't want it. We can't move towards you. So I will pick this one.
Okay.
Which allows us to put the card with that symbol on the bottom of the Kraken deck, but we're not moving.
Okay.
But so you still won that because you placed it. So that would be the end of the round. That is how far we got. But we only have 1 more round to get past that storm, and I think we could be able to do it.
Yeah.
But we would have to get me to win to make it moving the other direction. And so you just keep playing over. You have 5 rounds to get to the anchors. You only have to get your ship onto one of those anchors. And that is Sail from All Play. It's a really nice little 2-player trick-taking game.
Sail!
I was trying so hard not to do it, but you're amazing. Okay, we're heading back to the table.
I never said I didn't.
Hey, maybe Hannah can join us for this one while Ryan sets up the next one. This is Block Party. This is also from Big Potato Games. Man, 2 in a row. Mm-hmm. Hannah, I don't know if you played Block Party or not with us.
It looks very familiar.
Okay. Grab a card. Jenny, you already have a card, right?
I have a card.
Okay. There are a bunch of different words in your card.
Ooh.
What you're trying to do is, in a given round, you're going to pick a word on that card.
Yep.
And you're going to take a block one at a time and create an art piece.
Oh, this is so much fun.
Jonah said that he would like to guess the first round.
I did say that.
So,
all right.
I've already started because I didn't know how much time it would have.
Okay.
So
I can do this.
you can start.
So I
Hannah.
pick one?
Pick one at a time.
We all go around one at a time.
Well, you don't.
No, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, you're just a guesser.
Perfect.
This time. Yeah. You can keep going.
Oh, I just
keep going. Sorry. Yeah. Normally you would just keep going. Everyone would just be grabbing from the middle. But I want to explain the game a little bit. So what's happening is, in a given round, you're gonna be getting the cubes, placing them on there, and then Jonah's then gonna go around and gonna guess.
Do you know what it is?
Okay.
I know what Hannah's is.
Okay. Wait a second.
Okay.
And then you're gonna get points for guessing.
Okay.
And if you and the person that was the sort of the clue giver is also
Gonna get some
gonna
points.
get right?
Excellent.
You can add in these challenge cards, which would give the round time. Like this one's like use the most blocks in your art, use the most colors, be the first to finish building, things like that.
Okay.
So we're just gonna just for fun. Hannah, are you ready?
Can you see my yes?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Yep.
good. And go for it.
Guess what Hannah's
Yes.
is?
Yeah.
It's a reindeer.
Be more specific.
It's Rudolph.
There you
The
go.
red-nosed reindeer.
It is.
What is that?
It's
That's
the monster.
Yoda.
No, it's
No,
the one-eyed
that's-
monster from Monsters
Mike
Inc.
Wazowski.
Woo!
Mike Wazowski.
It's the one-eyed monster.
Yeah.
My brain
It
kept
is,
telling me
yeah.
silly.
So yeah, so there's a bunch of different.
And so we keep this same card the entire
You
time?
do. So starts narrowing down your choices.
Okay.
Okay.
So and then you just go around and
Some of
you
these
play a certain number of rounds.
could be difficult.
So
And then these just go back?
yep. And normally it's better with lots of players because you're like, I need a lot of green for mine, right?
Yep.
And then you're like, I need a lot of green for mine. So then you're like, but you can only take one at a time. You're like, oh, I really need a lot of the green.
So steal them all.
Like
and
there
then
was one game I was like, I was needing all the yellow,
Alright,
but someone
I
else
can-
wanted yellow, so it was tough.
I can do another one.
Hannah wants to do another
I
one.
can do another one really fast.
All right, this is for the people at home.
Okay.
All right, Hannah,
I can do
you
this.
want to do one for the people at home?
For the people at home, I don't know what to do.
You have a list.
Yep.
Come on, people at home, you can do this. I'm gonna...
Oh, what is that, Hannah?
I know, I'm trying to. Hold on.
Guess in the comments what you think these pieces of art are.
Yeah, there we go. There's my.
That's what it is.
Yes, it is.
Pac-Man.
No.
Is it a
That-
sunny side up egg?
No.
That is the yellow Teletubby.
Okay, I'll just keep going.
Jonah, yours is a door.
That is correct.
Woo!
Hannah.
Yeah, keep going. You got it, Kevin.
Smiley
Sun?
emoji. Is it,
Well, it's
right.
yeah, it's a smiley face.
Oh, it's
Oh, is that
oh,
just it?
oh,
It's just a
this is-
smiley face.
Oh,
Oh, I
I
think
thought
I-
it was harder than that.
Yeah, I would have just done the. I would have just done the black, I think.
But it's, yeah, I don't know. In my head, smiley faces are yellow circles.
Oh, okay, I got you. I just went like, shoot.
It's a smiley face.
Smiley face.
But then
Very
I would,
good.
yeah.
Very
yeah.
good, Hannah.
Yay, that was fun.
All right, I think you're gonna
Excuse
go
me.
help. Bye. Back to the couch.
Get back to the couch.
That's Black Party.
Back to the couch.
I'm here, buddy.
All right, so here we have Kiri-ai the Duel.
Ooh,
I
oh
think
no.
I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Okay,
Kiri-ai.
here we go.
But this is a dueling game where
course.
you are two samurai and you are fighting to the death.
Got it.
Ah!
Yeah, bring it on.
Yep, so there is a blue one and there is a red one.
Yeah.
And we are going to use cards in order to perform different moves.
Oh,
now,
goody.
direct your attention to this right here.
Okay.
This is your character, this is where you are, and this is where we are in relation to one another.
Okay.
So we start, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away from one another.
All right.
So our turns are going to consist of moving and attacking.
Okay.
Or moving and switching stances, things like that.
Oh,
As you
goody.
can see right here, this is heaven stance, so that means it's a higher stance.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is earth stance.
The lower stance.
It's the lower stance, and certain cards require a specific stance in order to play. So you might have to switch your stance in order to actually utilize that one.
Okay.
And then the game, you asked about the end game for Forever
Yes,
Home. I can tell you
did.
this one straight
oh,
up.
Absolutely.
So when you get hit, you flip this over, and you have been damaged. When you've been damaged twice, the other player wins.
Okay.
All right.
2 points. Got it.
Yeah, so very simple. the way that the cards are done. So this is a Japanese game. So
It does have the Japanese characters, but it does have English pronunciations of the.
Yes, but
The
you
moves.
have to look at the symbols to get a feel for what's going on. So, for example, this one right here, when you see these little, what are these, diamonds?
Yes.
Squares.
The diamonds on the squares on the side.
Yeah, vertical squares. Regardless, this bottom one is always where you are. So whatever the move does is in relation to where you are at the bottom at that point. So for
So
example, this card right here, I can use it in either stance because heaven and earth.
Okay.
Heaven and
Got
earth.
it.
And this, I attack my stance, or I attack if we are on the same space.
Okay.
And then I'll give you some more examples. This is how you switch stances, and this also counts as a movement card.
Excellent. Now there are on some of these cards a top and a bottom. Which do I pick?
So you choose whichever way that you want to go.
Okay.
So we'll place, the way that this will work is we will place 2 cards down. And so we'll place one down on top, and then we'll place another one on bottom.
So we play them top to bottom?
Correct.
Okay.
So, and we always resolve movement first, and then we resolve attacks. So you place them face
I need to
down.
make sure I'm in the right orientation because I'm starting
Yeah,
here.
and while Hannah's figuring
Sorry.
that out, I'll show you guys this. So there are 3 of these orange cards. These are special attacks. Both of our decks are the same, and we have these, for example, I have these blue cards. All of my blue cards are the same as all of her red cards. However, there are 3 of these orange cards. We shuffle these. One of us gets each of them, and then there's one that just sits out in the game. So that's a special attack that's going to do something that the other player cannot do. I'm looking at this camera.
Yeah.
I should be looking at this
I don't.
one.
I'm just gonna put some cards down and see what they do. Okay.
Okay, so whatever one you want to resolve first is the one that's near me.
Alright,
So for example,
sorry, that's what it is. I'm going to move
yeah, so we're going to
3.
move.
So and I move 1. Is that what that means?
Yeah, you move 1.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next card, I attack 1, 2 ahead of me.
That's me.
Yep, so I hit, well, movement is resolved first.
Yep.
So,
I'm going up to down.
oh, you're switching stances. So
Yeah.
go ahead and switch
I'm
stances.
Switching stances.
But I did hit you because,
Yep. So then I flip.
yep, you flip over, but you're still in earth stance.
Okay.
And so one of these cards, one of these cards goes back into your hand, and then the other one goes, is put on the side. I think
Okay.
the second one is the one that's put on the side.
Okay. Then I'll put the second one on the side.
All right, and then
I have to remember these
Yeah,
the
we're
symbols, right?
yep.
The symbols. I would like to know what that card does, so I'm just gonna play it so I know what it does.
All right. So, oh, if that's the case,
Oh yeah, I'm like I don't know what this does, so I would love for you to explain to me what it does.
yeah. So we'll figure it out. We'll be good.
Yep.
And I'll do.
This is a learning game. It's not actually.
It's not actually what.
Sorry, I was reading the comments.
Okay,
Sorry, it's
so-
not a real game. Okay.
Okay, so this is one where you attack 1 space ahead of you.
All right, but you are 2 spaces.
Yeah,
ahead of
so
me.
you whiffed on that one, but
Yeah.
mine, I'm attacking. Oh, I did the wrong one too. Whoops.
Yay!
But at the end of mine, I switch stances,
Okay.
and then.
Then I would like to know what the orange card means.
Okay, that's a counter attack. So if you had done this here and I had hit you, you would have counter attacked and you would have hit me instead.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we both whiffed.
Yeah, we're practicing. This is
And,
just a practice game.
And then I moved back 1. So yeah, that's Kiri-ai the
Yeah.
Duel. So you just do that.
Keep going back and
it's,
forth.
it's a tense game. Da 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 da. Woo! And you just
know.
do that until one player gets hit twice, and that samurai is the victor.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love
Kiri-ai the Duel by shoot.
If you ever wanted to practice your samurai moves without real weapons,
Lucky Duck Games.
Lucky Duck Games.
Yeah, Lucky Duck Games. All right, Titan Heads and Mugen Gaming too. All right, so that's Kiri-ai. Back to the table.
We are talking about Lata. And this is from Pythagoras. This is a small box game, but as you can see on the table, it does spread itself out a little bit. This is a 2 to 4 player sort of action economy game where you are collecting cards and then using those resources to put on cards. So, this game is divided into 3 different rounds. The first round is to bid on turn order.
Okay, ready.
So we all start with 9 sort of action points. Every round you're going to start with 9, so you never have to worry about that.
Okay.
But you have to use those action points for almost everything in this game. So the first thing is we'll just randomly do it. How many are you going to bid for? How many action points are you going to spend for turn order?
All 9, baby.
And then when you're ready, we'll reveal.
I'm ready.
You did nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Need to save my actions.
That's true. That's true. So I'm going to go first. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go turn order. We're going to go for this column first.
Okay.
I'm going to take this one. That's not on there. And then you get to choose one of the other 2.
I'll take this one.
Okay. And this goes away. And then we're going to do the production. Now, in order to produce on cards, you need action points.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to produce on this card, I need to spend an action point. Well, that's a sardine, so I'm going to place a silver on there. Now, in this case, I need oil for my mackerel, so I'm going to place that. Oh, that's another action point. So each card is an action point. You don't have any oil, so you can't make any yellow.
Right.
All right. So then so we produced.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to go here and we're going to spend money, which we should have got some money at the beginning of the game. You're going to spend money to place cubes on cards to get points.
Okay.
So, are they? No. Sorry, you're going to get money. You have to spend more action points.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. So you're going to get money this way. So if I spend this one right here, I could get 2. I spend 2 action points. Whoop. and then I can place my silver and my yellow here. I'm going to get $2 for
Okay.
doing that. And then you have a turn to place your 2 silver out. If you
Two
play
per cube.
per card,
Per card. So 1, 2.
you could go here.
Now,
Now,
if I finish a card, do I get more points?
yeah, you want to finish that card, but that's
Okay.
2 more action points because it's a different card.
That's fine. That's why I didn't bid anything.
There you go.
like that.
And then you finish that card, so you get it, and you would get money as well. You're
Yep.
trying to collect flags,
Yep.
and then you can
I
spend.
just got the Portuguese flag.
You did.
If you will.
So now you're going to spend point or money, and it tells you in the top corner how
much
much
money?
money, and these are end game points.
Mhm.
And you're going to basically only going to be able to have 6 rounds in order to get these cards. So you want to purchase these end game, even though you don't have anything yet. You want to purchase them and then use
Yep.
them.
How much
or-
money would I get for completing Portugal?
Nothing, because it's the number of cubes that you put on there. That's the money you get. So you put 1 cube, so you get $1.
$1. Okay.
Yeah. And then you could have gotten $1 for this one as well.
Okay.
So you're getting cards, producing, spending those cubes, getting gold points, getting money. So this is like sort of like
And these are action point.
these are end game. These are
that's
all
the-
end game
These
goals.
are all the end game goals, and that's just telling you what the goal is.
Yep.
So
And
these
then-
you have to spend with money.
Yep.
So I could take this one,
And that's
'cause
gonna
I'm
spend
gonna have
$3.
2 money, but you get to pick.
Sorry,
first.
that's 2. No, yeah, I would get to pick first, but that's okay.
It's okay. I'll take this.
That's
one.
$2 that you would have had to do that. And at
No
the end of the
amount of
game,
money.
it's a point for every 2 action points that you would not have spent at the end of the
Not
game.
have spent.
So that last round, you're like, I don't want to do anything.
That seems tough.
Yep. So
But it's
anyway,
okay.
so then you resupply the board. It's always the number of players plus so the number of cards is the number of players plus 1. So there's always that last person always gets a choice of 2. There are ways to spend action points.
Do we bid again to see who's
You
going
do every
first?
round.
Okay.
Yep. And there are ways to spend action points even.
Woo! Now
Nice.
I'm bidding high.
Right? But then you're not gonna have action points to.
Now I'm bidding high.
Right? So in this case, like say there was only 1 card and you're like, I don't really have what I need. You can spend an action point in a given round to even get another card out,
Oh,
which is kind of
okay.
fun.
Interesting.
So yeah, and it's all sort of laid out on this board, on this little player aid. But it's a pretty simple game. It makes sense. So Jared's like, I'm doing it.
That's
Because
the
you
one.
needed oil to get that mackerel.
Uh-huh.
And I would have spent I spent all 9 action points so you couldn't get it.
You wouldn't have. You would have just made sure that I had to think that I had to spend more than I needed to spend. That's
Yes.
correct.
So that is Lotta from Pythagoras. I think we're doing our last game over at the couch.
Yeah, and all of you are joining me.
Okay.
Come hither.
Come hither while we words of a feather.
Words of a feather.
On this absolutely gorgeous game box. So we are playing I'm gonna give you the instructions. So Jonah,
Yeah.
you are right there.
Okay, I'm coming.
I will an additional word we say out loud.
That's right.
And we want everyone else to write down the same word we do. We want to match people in this game.
Okay. So are you going first, Hannah?
So I will go first.
Okay, thanks, Hannah.
I know, right? I kind of,
So what 2?
Show us the ways.
What 2 feathers are you choosing?
I'm going to do flour and wine. We'll see if anyone even does this one. Flour, wine,
And what's your verbal word?
pink.
Okay.
And we're all trying to write
We're all
down
gonna
the same
write a
thing.
word down. We're just gonna write a word down, and now I can also I can bet to see if I think anyone's going to match
That's right.
with me.
I'm gonna do.
Bet.
I'm betting 2.
So I'm gonna bet 1, and I'll explain how that works. So we're gonna write a
Don't know
word
what
down.
Bet is betting 2.
I'm not betting.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I think. I'm gonna do
So
it.
you
You're
can
gonna bet
do
2?
this at home.
Okay.
And then all right. So is everyone ready? So I chose the word rosé.
Yeah, I was trying to spell that. So
Oh, I
yes.
didn't even know.
I love it. All right. So
Well, I was
matched
saying, trying to say rose.
with
so
2 other players.
I'm counting it.
Yeah, I'll be fine. So you get a point for every person you matched with.
He's
I
cheating.
matched with 2.
You
so
matched
I'm
with
getting
3.
Just you.
I'm just myself. I'm getting because I'm the
You're the
active
active
player. I'm getting a point for every person I matched with.
Yep.
If you matched with another person as a player, you're also getting another point.
Yep.
So you matched with 2 other people. So Jonah gets 2, and Anna gets 2, and then because I bet, I get to double that bet. So I'm going to get an additional one, and I
Yep.
get those back. So now these feathers have been plucked.
Yep.
And I get to pluck 2 more feathers.
And I get 5 more words.
Oh, interesting.
And then Kevin loses these because he
No,
didn't match with
everyone
anybody.
else only gets a point if they match with at least one. So
So
you
you get a point.
They all get 1 point.
get
You are the one
A
that gets a point per
but
player
he
you match
bet
with.
2.
I bet 2.
So you get and you match. So then you're gonna get
Okay,
2
so
more.
I got 1.
So-
All right.
You match your bet,
Match your bet.
and then if you match another player,
You get 1 point.
Yeah.
So you should
At
have
least one player.
5.
I should have 5.
You should have 5.
There you go.
You should have 5.
Yep.
All right, Kevin, you get to pick 2.
Yep.
An additional word you say out loud.
Yep.
And we're all going to try to match each other. And then you get to pluck more feathers from the circle.
Okay. House, morning, Folgers.
Okay. I'm gonna bet. You can only bet 1 or 2. Is
Yeah.
the
2,
maximum
baby.
bet.
Say I'm betting all 5.
I'm
You
gonna
only
bet
bet
1 or
one or
2.
two.
Okay,
I'm
no
gonna bet
problem.
2.
Okay.
Kevin, are you betting anything? You don't have
I have
nothing
nothing
to
to
bet.
say. I just spent all
Okay.
mine.
You just
All
got
right.
Here we go. Coffee.
Coffee.
Yay!
All right,
So I get
so-
1, 2, 3, 4.
So Kevin's gonna get 4.
Thank you.
And then the rest of us are gonna get one for
One.
matching everybody.
Yay.
And then we're going to double your bet. I did not pull out enough of these. So
That's fine. Then double
2,
your bet. That's okay.
2, and 2. So the
We
first
can all
person.
get 1 turn. So Jonah,
Yeah.
you ready?
I'm going
It's the
crazy
first
with
person to
these.
get to like 15 gems.
What are you
or
allowed to
something.
say and not allowed to say?
One word.
Okay.
So,
So like, if I did, but I want to match with a bunch of people. 'cause
Yes.
I want the stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna make it hard.
Yeah, you
Okay.
you
Don't
do
be
not-
clever. Don't be
you-
clever.
This
Don't
is
be
not.
clever. Don't
You
be
want
clever.
to
Be
match.
clever.
You want me to be clever?
You can.
Okay. People at home, I'm being clever.
All right.
Sister, film,
Oh.
And what's your word?
What? You get one more word.
sing.
But it can only be
We-
1 word, right?
Well, we're
Oh,
not.
what we're writing down is supposed to be one word?
Well, it can be more than one, but you got to match exactly, and we're not supposed to use any words
Wait,
that
so
are
it's
out there.
film.
Oh, we're not
I-
supposed to use
I
any
know
words that
what-
are out there.
I know what
okay,
you're
okay,
saying.
Okay, I apologize.
Wait, what-
Does that
I
make-
apologize.
So,
yes.
like, because he wrote, we're not supposed to use the word sister.
Okay,
in
I
our,
didn't know all the rules.
correct?
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
So he was meaning the film, like Sisters Act, right? Sister
Sister
Act, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We can't-
I thought you were going to say whoopee.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a different?
Okay.
That's what you get for
Let
being
me-
clever.
Sorry, I didn't know all the rules.
Yeah.
Sorry, I.
Can't use
We're working
the word
on it.
that's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it. Yeah, that's a pretty standard rule. Let's go with magic
Okay.
and film.
And what's your 1 word?
Frodo.
Okay. Got it.
Now, are you being serious? Or are you like
Why would I not be serious? I'm confused.
doing a joke?
All right. I'm betting.
doing
I'm betting
a
2.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm gonna keep it. I
Okay.
just want to make sure.
3, 2, 1.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Lord of the
Lord
Rings.
of the
No, it's Lord of the Rings.
Wait, Frodo's the name of the villain, isn't he? In
No,
that's-
absolutely.
Is
What's
that
the name
me?
of the photo? What's the name
Frodo's
of
the
the photo?
little
Yeah.
boy.
Frodo's the good guy.
Okay, just
Yeah.
He's the one
just
who's
double
holding-
No,
checking.
in the
Normally
Hunchback of
this is
Notre
me.
Dame, what is the name of the priest?
In what movie?
Oh.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
What is the name of the priest? We
Yeah.
don't know that. We
I don't
only
remember.
know
I think-
Hunchback, Quasimodo, and
Yeah.
we know.
But isn't it Frodo?
Jasmine,
Okay,
Who's it?
Esmeralda.
I was definitely. Okay, I was wrong.
That's
I
okay.
was definitely.
Yeah, Jasmeralda.
thinking-
All right.
Jasmeralda.
Anna, you ready?
Oh,
We ran out of. We
Mine
ran out of
were-
time.
Yeah,
That's
we would.
okay.
There are more in there, but
Oh, okay.
do you want to pluck feathers from
We
the
just
peacock?
I do.
It's like the
Kinda
best part is
wanna
getting to pluck the feathers from the peacock. The beautiful art piece that we make.
Yep. All right. Anna's gonna give us 2 words.
Judge Claude Frollo.
I kind of wish.
Runner.
Oh.
Okay, that's what it was. All
I kind of
right.
wish it was like matched with one person. So you have to
Runner.
be like a little tricky.
Runner.
And bomb.
Okay.
And my word is marathon.
Oh, got it.
Ooh.
That got dark.
I would like to do two.
It's the only one I could think of.
I would like to do two. Anna is so sweet and kind and joyful.
Okay, but we can't use the word that she used, correct?
No,
Like
we need to
runner,
use the word. What do you mean?
bomb,
Oh.
or marathon.
Oh yeah, you
Use
can't
that
say
word.
that. No.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we good.
you have to match
Ready?
exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And
Wait. Kevin doesn't have it.
I don't know what it
oh,
is.
go ahead.
Boston.
It's Boston.
Okay.
See, I almost put Boston City, but then I was like, no.
She's
Boston.
So we watched Stronger with Jake Gyllenhaal. That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay.
It's fresh.
What about
in
that
my
other
mind.
one?
All right, last one. Here we go.
Last one. All right. So we have victory,
Mark.
defense.
Okay.
I'm gonna say battles.
That's so broad.
Okay, we got it.
Either you get it or you don't.
All right, I'm gonna guess
Victory, defense, battles.
battles.
I got nothing.
I'm sorry, I don't know you well enough to know.
We're married.
I
bet
don't
too.
know
I bet
that.
too.
It's
Hold on,
fine.
hold on.
I think differently than humanity.
I'm not betting anything. I don't know.
Yep.
I tried.
All right, 3,
I got nothing.
2,
2,
1.
1.
World War II?
War. Just war.
Oh!
Sorry, I just
War, because it said battles. So it's
Okay.
like
Battles.
battles.
War.
So there
Okay.
are 3 different decks in this game: a blue one, a purple one, and a pink one. They each have their own little like ceramic tray with the matching gems.
Oh, that's fun.
And
Yep.
so it's very aesthetically
bowls are pretty.
beautiful, and
Yeah.
you get to make your feather rings and
Yep.
pluck them, and you just keep going around till you
Plays
get
up
a
to
certain
8
number of
players.
points. Yeah.
Squall.
Well, thank you so much for joining us at the Saturday Morning Game Show with just a few. And Larry's there.
He's
That's
our
Richard.
faithful man at the
working
helm.
So hard. Appreciate it. Everyone else, or a few of us, are at PAX Unplugged. So if you're there, why are you watching this? Go
Say hi.
So what's
Are they at the All Play?
They're at the All Play booth. Yep. So. Yeah, and then some important videos that are coming out soon are the top 10 videos of the year. So we have the top 10 guys, which are already recorded. I've seen the video. It's good. You need to be ready for that.
I don't know. Are the guys or the girls going to win the
I
most
haven't even
views this
seen.
year?
I don't know, but the girls haven't even done their video yet. So right now the guys have a leg up.
Yes.
So, but no, the girls will probably record their video soon for their top 10 of the year. I heard some other people might be doing some top 10. So look for those coming out shortly.
And Tantrum Con.
And Tantrum Con. Thank you, Hannah.
Yep.
So Tantrum Con tickets are still on sale. Check it out at tantrumcon.com. We'd love to see you the end of January in Charlotte with us playing games,
Absolutely.
hanging out, having fun. Thank you so much.
Bye.